happening. It's really happening.
Oh my God.
I know.
Hey everyone, welcome to Deep Nothings with Kelcee and Karla.
Hello.
Episode 1. Today we are talking about weird shit.
Yeah, we're going to get straight to the point. We're just going to get right to the point and talk about weird shit that's happened to us or just things we know about, etc.
Yeah. So, Deep Nothings, we are, talking about meaningful and relatable topics that we all have in our lives with people we care and share space with.
Thought-provoking.
Yes, very thought-provoking. Karla and I have known each other for a few years now. She is one of my closest friends in Los Angeles, and I am so blessed to know her. And we talk about so many things, and we came up with this. And
a lot of deep things, actually,
yes.
A lot of deep conversations we have.
Yeah.
And they leave a lasting impression on us. So we hope it also leaves an impression on you, good or bad.
Yes.
Mostly
Hopefully
good, though.
Yeah. We don't want it to be bad. And if they are bad, hopefully we can educate everyone and make it a little bit better.
And educate ourselves.
We are always for educating and learning. And
uncovering the truth. No.
Yeah. We are investigating.
Sometimes,
That's what we
not
do
all
sometimes.
The time.
Oh my God.
Okay,
I love researching, so yeah.
Well, it's happening. It's finally happening. I'm excited for this. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for being my friend and wanting to talk to me.
Yes. About
life.
Everything and nothing at the same time.
I know. So, cheers to that.
I was going to say
Episode
cheers.
1.
Boom.
Yes. Clink, clink, clink.
And today,
the sage.
Yes, since we are talking about weird shit, which can involve a lot of things, I am going to sage the space and clear out any negativity and any bad spirits or anything that can be going on from talking about these things. So, Karla, if you could do the honors.
So I'm going to sage the space.
Lighting and...
yeah, what does this do? I don't even know. I've never saged my this.
It's very important to do, everybody listening. If you are just encountering anything you want to clear out, I'm just getting into this a little bit more. My mom knows a lot more than I do and other people. So I do consult about these things with people.
That's good.
Yes, that's great. Just, So we're clearing out any bad energy or negativity so that it has no place here, and no evil will come to us because we will be discussing a lot of things today. Now that we've done that,
yes.
Karla, do you want to kick us off with anything, or I also have a crazy story as well?
I think you should kick us off.
Okay.
Just to get things rolling.
By the way, I'm wearing a shirt specifically for today. It's got skulls and crystal ball and a Ouija heart eye
You look
on
so
it.
cute. So cute.
I thought it's perfect for today. It's got bats and all kinds of stuff. I like weird things. I like to talk about weird things that some people may be uncomfortable with, but hey, I think we should just...
I like weird things.
Yeah.
I like weird things, too.
Like
weird things have happened to me, so I just hope that, I'm not the only one out there. So this will be the episode to find out, really.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Seriously.
I hope there's more people out there like me.
I know. I just let's all meet and chat.
All right, let's get started.
So the story I want to share today, it did not happen to me personally, but I watched an episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
Love that
on
show.
Netflix, the reboot, and I gotta say, it's amazing. And the one I'd like to share today is the Berkshire UFO case file. So I love aliens. I can talk about them on and on and on.
They exist.
If you didn't know.
Exist.
That's
Aliens
my thing.
exist. So if you don't think aliens exist right now, you can leave.
Yeah.
Because they exist.
Yeah, I will talk about it all day. So this story happened on the evening of September 1st, 1969. And an unexplained phenomenon occurred in Berkshire County, Massachusetts. Multiple witnesses reported seeing strange lights and experiencing other strange occurrences. Some witnesses reported being abducted and taken aboard a strange craft before being released. So, I love this, okay? Also, it says others reported experiencing a phenomenon known as missing time. To this day, their experiences remain unexplained. I love this. I'm like, wow, like, what is the deal? So, a few witnesses, I'm just going to give you a little background. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, you know. I do suggest you guys check this episode out because it is mind-blowing. But to give you a little background, there's 6 different witnesses. They all experienced some crazy stuff all on this night. So around dusk on September 1st, 1969, Jane was driving with her friend, Mary DeGrace, now deceased, from Stockbridge to Great Barrington. While driving down the road, they saw several bright lights ahead of them. At first, Jane thought there had been an accident and that the lights were from police cars. As she got closer, she realized that she could not drive anymore because the lights were so bright. She decided to pull to the side of the road. The car in front of them did the same. Jane and Mary got out of the car to get a better look. They saw a huge object floating over the road in front of them. It was so large that Jane could not see the end of it from the right or the left. She could not tell what color it was, but she recalled that it was tall and immense. She did not see any windows on it and did not hear any noise coming from it. Within a few seconds, the object lifted up, went to the left, lifted up again, and then went over the mountains. At around the same time, another witness, Tom, was at his neighbor Jane Shaw's house coloring. Mind you, these are people of all different ages. Witnesses.
And this is back in the day.
This
is not like internet.
This is like before all of that shit.
Know, like cell phones,
it's 1969, man. Okay. Yeah. So as it got dark out, he went over and looked out a window. He heard a voice say, "You need to go home now." Fearful, he immediately ran out of the house and across the front yard. Jane came outside and watched him run in place for about 5 minutes. When he realized that he was not moving, he knew that something was wrong. He then turned to his left and saw a UFO drop out of the sky. A beam from the craft came onto him. As the light shone on him, his hands jerked back behind him. Jane saw the light around him and then realized that he disappeared. That same night, Melanie and her family.
Oh my God, you're like
this is a little bit. This is a long article. I'm not going to give you all of it.
Seems like you are.
Listen a little bit. Melanie and her family went to the local Dairy Queen to get ice cream. They then went to a Lake Mansfield, which was 2 miles from Tom and Jane Shaw's home, so it's not close to them, okay? As her father backed into the parking lot, a brilliant, bright aura came around their car. Everyone in the car began to panic. Her father decided to chase the light, despite Melanie begging him not to. She and her sister began to shake in fear. Her sister did not remember anything after that. However, she remembered levitating and then being on a ship. She then remembered being laid out while in it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. There's different people saying all these things that happened to them. This is pre-internet, cell phones, all of that. None of these people also know each other, but that's why I found this to be such an interesting story, because I know that aliens exist. I know there have been, countless sightings and, record interview stories of people saying that it's real. I know people think that's weird. Oh, no, there's not aliens, whatever.
This is just one instance. There's like so many instances out there we don't know about.
So many. It's not just us. They're definitely aliens. Yeah. So that's why I wanted to share this story, because it's fucking weird shit. And if you watch this episode on online and read the article, your mind's going to be blown.
It's freaky.
Like,
it's scare you.
Fucking crazy. Like, I it blows my mind.
And, oh my God.
And I kind of want it to happen to me. But
Well, I grew up in like a part of New York where is by which we were talking about before. You know, I've seen UFOs in the sky and like spaceships, or, unidentified flying objects. You know, I've seen something in the sky that was clearly not an airplane. You know, I think that aliens tend to go towards farms. I don't know why, but like my backyard was a farm from like I guess the neighbor was a farmer, and you know, and then I also lived by an airport, so you know what like an airplane looks like, and it was pretty close, but there were just some weird lights that would go in like different shapes, like, you know, up and down and like zoom away and like, whoa, like what is that, you know? So I've seen that, and I'm so happy you brought up this like, you know, story, because I've experienced something like that in New York, in that kind of area. So basically, when I was 19 years old, I worked at Macy's. I don't know if I can say that. I worked at a major department store, and there was a recent death at my job, and someone had just died. So me and my sister ended up, you know, covering everyone's shift on a Sunday, which is normally a busy day. We covered everyone's shifts because everyone went to the funeral. But for some reason, it wasn't busy on that Sunday, and we were gonna like open and close the store. So we opened the store like normal, like nothing happened, and we were running different stations. So because we were a cosmetic station, whatever. Anyways, and then it just felt like we had just got there maybe like no more than 2-3 hours. This is a full day we're supposed to do, like a whole 8-hour day, and then some for closing. All of a sudden, what was 9 a.m., you know, was already 6:30, or like it was like 6 p.m. And me and my sister called out to me, Karla, like, I'm like, what happened? She's like, we have to close. We have to go now. They're going to like close up the store, you know? They're going to lock us in if we don't leave. Yeah. So we just lost all this time. We have no idea why. It made no sense at all whatsoever. And it was the craziest thing. We've never experienced anything like that before. It was weird, you know? It was just not like we had hardly any customers. And even our coworkers were hardly around, you know. The people working in the store, it's not just like cosmetic station. It's the, you know, men's, women's, kids, you know.
Department retailer.
Yeah. And so we lost that time, and we just can't explain it for the life of us. Like,
that's
what
just
happened?
So crazy. Like these time warps, like, how does it work?
I don't know. You know, you just like, it just happens, and you just don't realize when it's happening. You just lose all the time. You don't know what happened, and that's what happened to the people.
Right? Like he's running in place for 5 minutes, but it doesn't feel like, you know. It's just like, what? Like how? Oh
my favorite thing is when the kid in the car, when that thing happened, when that space of time happened, he went from being in the car, I think it was, and then like ending up being like 10 to 30 miles away from his actual location, had to walk home.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry.
But you should still watch it and listen.
I know. It's good that you actually explained. I was like, oh my gosh, you can tell the whole thing.
No, there's way too much for me to say. So no.
It's like, a lot.
It's a lot of information, a lot of weird shit. So
we're not ruining a lot.
We're not really ruining any of it.
Kind of,
it's
but
just
not
like
really.
A teaser. But yeah, so I've never experienced a missing time. I don't know what I would do if I did.
It's just like nothing happened. It's just like you lose time. It's like, what?
And then like, how do you explain that to people? Like they just are like gonna be like, what are you talking about, dude? Like,
or waking up from a different location to another. I mean, like that's happened to me in different situations, but not in like a time warp kind of thing.
Yeah, but these people experienced that. A lot of them did. And you said like the guy was just like a few miles away.
I don't know.
That was just, oh my God.
Weird shit. That's weird.
So
that's
weird.
how you know something weird's going on. Yeah. Something's like not unexplained.
Yeah.
We're not just like the only ones, or we're not just like, you know, we didn't create this, or something did. Something.
Yeah.
I don't know
for
what,
sure.
not someone, but it could be something. Anything.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So we want to know if anything crazy happened to you, or if you had like time warps or anything like that, where you just time is missing, doesn't make any sense, or like maybe you woke up, or that happened to you. You experienced an alien, you were somewhere, and then all of a sudden you were somewhere else.
Yes.
Like let us know.
If you've been abducted, please Tell us all the deets.
Yeah, tell us as much as you can. Where do you
Don't
live?
be afraid.
Like the location.
We love it.
Time, because like that stuff matters, I think.
Yeah,
Especially
for sure.
investigating. We're
Oh, yeah.
investigating. Look
Like-
what we said.
Did you see that? I just want to make one point about this. What was that one Facebook page they made? And everyone's like, let's go to Area 51. Like, I
Oh.
would have possibly done that, but I feel like it was just like way too many people on board for that.
They
and
would
that was
shoot
just, like,
you.
never happen.
Just like the
that-
Capitol.
Yeah, that would like literally never happen. Which also brings me to the point that like if you guys keep hiding, like why is it so secretive? Like clearly it's a real thing, and
Very real.
Like
They're doing
okay.
stuff there, you know?
You-
It's just
you
more
know,
on the open now.
Yeah.
There's some, there's aliens out there, and I want to see one, and I kind of seen one, but I can't justify it. This is another thing. I told you I don't really. It's a vague memory in my mind because it happened when I was a kid. I wish I had stories because I feel like I'm like the weird one.
No,
You're the weird
we're
one.
both weird.
But like I can't explain this story, and I have to call up my cousin and see if it's like, do you remember this? Because I do, and it was again that part of New York where like it's not the city, it's just by like mountains. But this one was by Bear Mountain, I guess, and
Maybe I don't know.
so yeah, I don't know where I live. I don't know anything about it. I forgot about it. I live in LA now. But anyway, so we were a kid leaving another outlet store, and so many malls and stores, and it was like nighttime, and we were just looking on top of these mountains, and we see like this neon figure, like just a neon figure of a person, and it was like green. It was green. I don't know if it was an alien, but it was like, what was that? And we're in a car, so we're telling our family like, look over there, look, there's like a neon man, and no one could see it in the car besides me and my cousin.
Was
We're
it
like,
big?
It
Was
was
it
pretty
small?
big,
Oh my
actually.
God.
I think in retrospect, when I think about it, from where we were at in the car to the mountain, I guess that it was just like pretty significant.
large. But
It's just
they
like,
didn't-
how could
they
you
didn't
miss
wanna-
it?
yeah.
How could you miss it?
Yeah. There seems like there's a lot of stories of adults and children that have witnessed it, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I want to see a ghost.
fucking awesome. You
I've never seen a
experienced
ghost.
this as a kid. I'm still waiting, aliens, if you can hear me. I'm ready.
They're coming. I think they're coming. This is the year 2021. You know how everyone thought it was 2012? 2012 was the year? No. Switch the numbers around.
Definitely this year.
Switch them around, baby.
I'm
It's
ready.
gonna happen.
I've got
ready.
plenty of alien shirts. Like, I'm totally on your team.
And
I'm an ally.
Who predicted 2012? The Mayans, and they were only seconds off an eclipse, in which by now, humans now, people can't even get like even close to that. They were seconds off the eclipse. Mayans, they could predict that, and people can't do that
Smart
now.
people.
Really, scientists now cannot do that
Yeah.
at all.
Not that you guys
Maybe
aren't
like
smart.
months or maybe weeks or something. But yeah, so I'm sure they'll get on it. And-
Eventually. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
They're
I'm
trying
sure
to get us to Mars, like, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's not any aliens.
I'll never
there.
go.
Like, I feel like they're in a different. Yeah, no.
No, thank you. Someone else can go to space.
There's not even
you know?
enough resources to survive there. Like, what is the point?
What was that? I don't want to get too dark, but like that explosion with the teacher that was on the spaceship
Oh,
and
yeah.
then Challenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I always, as a kid, like, I love space. Like,
R.I.P..
again, we'll talk about space and aliens and all of the above all day. But I definitely do not want to get on a spaceship now. Like, we still do not know enough about it. So I personally would say no to that. But I did enjoy, saying that I would eventually one day go to space as a kid.
I know someone
Like,
who
I
went to
thought that would be
space.
cool. Really?
So yeah, they're
my
like,
God.
I know.
What do they say?
Just back in the day, I mean, like
Do
that.
they like it?
That it's an experience, and yeah, they liked it. I was like, I could never go up there. They like it though.
No.
They liked it. I don't know them anymore, but
Would you go?
no, never. Don't even. I can't. No, thank you. I want to be here on Earth. Thank you. So I would never go to space, but I'm still happy that Pluto's a planet.
Yeah. It is?
It is back. It's a planet again.
It's back as a planet.
Yes.
Okay.
It's been
good
for
to
a while
know.
now.
Wow.
Respect,
okay.
man.
I just saw something that we're losing another moon. Earth is losing its second moon. I don't know about that.
I don't know anything about that. It's crazy.
It sucks. But
Weird shit in space, and now let's get to weird shit on Earth.
Yeah, weird shit on Earth. You know,
Because it's. I mean, obviously, if there's aliens, there's other things out
which
there.
visit us. But
Yeah, visit us. I think they're here to stay. I think they live
maybe
here.
We are aliens. I'm an alien.
I believe that. I believe that.
Yeah,
I
for
believe
sure.
that. I'm definitely something's not right.
Like
with
I
me.
gotta find my way back to my planet.
But you want to go to space.
If it's safe and we can figure it out. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
no,
think
you're not an
too much
alien.
about things, but
Anyways, let's talk about crazy stuff that's on Earth for
Yeah.
some reason, like ghosts. I mentioned that before.
you did mention ghosts, which we have talked about before.
Which I've never
together.
experienced ever, and I so want to.
Oh, you haven't?
I so want
Oh,
to.
I
No,
d-
I want
I
to see a
have.
ghost. Like I want them to, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to see one. I want it to like enter my body. I want to like experience.
You
the
want it
whole,
to enter your body?
like for like temporarily, not whole, not like not like an
What kind of
exorcism.
ghost? Like
Any ghost.
you don't even know which specific ghost you would want to enter your body.
I mean, I don't really want anything super scary, but well, enter my body. That,
Like I feel like you could literally look up a dead person that you would want, and then like summon them
Someone
if you
famous.
wanted.
Yeah.
Like please.
I don't know.
I don't
That
know.
sounds
I don't
now-
want any just random ghost entering my body. Like that.
That sounds weird now. That's like getting
Yeah,
into
you'd
weird.
want it to
I
be
don't
like a
know.
good
What?
one.
How? Where would it enter from?
I don't know. I
Weird
mean,
shit.
There's like a lot of that's
Anyways.
getting really intimate.
I've had like a
which
ghost
we could-
experience. I'm sorry. It's like,
Yeah, no.
what are you saying?
No, definitely, please share.
Oh, sorry.
your
Yeah,
ghost
I've had like,
experience.
a ghost experience before, though. I just came to my
But
mind.
you haven't seen
Sorry.
it. You haven't seen
I
it.
haven't seen it.
Okay.
I haven't seen it. I've experienced something. I don't know. I'm gonna call it a ghost because what else could it be? Well, it's the same person who everyone went to the funeral for. A while back, she made us bracelets, and for I don't know what reason, but she just made me and my sister's bracelets, and then a few months later, she passed away randomly.
girl
and
that you
suddenly,
worked with?
Yeah, the girl that I worked
Who
with.
also left, couldn't be at work because she had a funeral.
No. This
is the same person.
This is the person where everyone went to her funeral because she had died.
Oh,
then,
and
then the
she
alien, then
made
this
you
loss
the
of time.
bracelets.
Yeah,
and
she
she's
made
passed
us the
away.
bracelets.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
She,
R.I.P.
yeah, she made us the bracelets. And a few months later, she passed away from cancer. Cancer sucks.
Yeah.
And just suddenly, I mean, weeks. It was crazy.
So
And
you guys were close. She made you bracelets.
She
I mean,
was-
you don't just make bracelets for anybody.
she was the
right?
nicest person.
You
I
know?
don't know. People like that. Like sometimes I think people are too good to walk this earth, and like that's why you can't be like a good person. You shouldn't be entirely good. You should be a little bit bad. But anyways, that's another topic. She made us these bracelets, and then she died. So when the funeral's coming up, I just wanted to wear it. And just have it, now especially take care of it. And I couldn't find it anywhere. And I'm just like, my God, it's lost. And I always lose jewelry. I was like, it's lost, it's gone, whatever, I can't find it. And I leave my room for that day to go to work. And when I come back, I go into my room because I'm tired, it's been a long day. And right on my bed is my bracelet that she made me. Right on my bed, nicely placed, right on the bed, just right there. And I was like,
Shut
"What the
up.
hell?"
That's fucking crazy.
And I was like, "Mom, did you find this? Like, thank you for finding it." She's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "My bracelet. You found my bracelet." She's like, "I didn't find anything." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "I was never in your room." And I was like, "What about Dad?" Like, "No, Dad was never in your room. Like, no one went in
my
your room." And I was
gosh.
like, "What?"
Wow.
And it was right there. It was just right on my bed.
And you were like, you knew it was her. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like it was her.
It was her. I
was-
mean, how else would have gotten there, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
And, like,
saying.
no one
But I
else
wish I
can
could have
find it.
seen her as a ghost. Like, that would have been nice. And be like, Chris, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, you could talk to her now. Maybe she'll show up.
I don't, maybe. I don't
Would
know.
you want to talk to her? Would you want to be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh my God, yes. She was so cool. She was like, that's why, like, she's not a ghost. You can't be like a good person and be a ghost. I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
or like have
that I
unfinished
disagree
business.
with.
Unfinished business.
No, there's unfinished business. There's definitely good ghosts, bad ghosts, i.e., AKA good spirits, bad spirits.
Mm-hmm.
That's personally how I see it. And I only want to see the good ones. So, I'd rather not see the bad ones, and I don't want the bad ones fucking with me. Stay away. Thanks.
Yeah, don't mess with me, bad ones.
I don't want the bad ones.
I don't want a bad ghost.
I just want the good ones.
I don't mind being shoved a little bit here and there, but
you want to be shoved?
A little bit.
Why?
Just to feel like this is a ghost. This is a ghost
energy. You can ask the good one
energy.
to just brush you. Then you could be like,
okay,
please touch my shoulder, but ask a good one. Why would you want a bad one? They will definitely take advantage of it and make it worse.
I don't know. I think
Do you think?
I'm definitely susceptible to that kind of stuff. I think so. I think the more scary or haunted the place is, I wouldn't mind being a little bit more physical. So everyone else could see it. Be like, that's unexplainable.
Yeah.
She was floating in the air. I don't understand why.
I really want to get more into that though. And I want to, when things are normal again, I want to definitely meet with people that are in that field and industry, and they're very knowledgeable and have careers for certain things, like people that come to your house and investigate if there's
oh yeah,
I find that to be so interesting. I also want to eventually call upon certain people. I think that would be really good. Ancestors, you could call upon your ancestors.
Wait, would you do a Ouija board?
I've never done a Ouija board.
Good,
My mom's done it. I've heard some freaky shit about Ouija boards.
No.
I personally am not going to do that because, again, you can be calling in good or bad spirits, ghosts, No, thank you.
No, please. No, and that's I feel like that's an evil dimension, or what do they call that?
I love watching shows about that, though, and movies.
Evil portal.
Portals. Well, it's seances, and all of that. Would you do a seance?
No.
But you just said you would have a ghost enter you. How else are you having it happen?
It just happens. I'm in a haunted house.
Yeah, you could, but then you could also do it in a certain way.
No, I'm not gonna summon a ghost to come into my body. It just needs to
But do you want? Would you summon one to just come be in the room? Would you want one to just be in the room?
I wouldn't mind a psychic or whatever. Whoever, the lady from Whoopi Goldberg's character, a real one kind of person, and from Ghost, that movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ever seen that?
No.
I love that movie. I love it. Patrick Swayze.
No.
Oh my God, we have to see it.
Yes.
Oh
I've seen that. Okay, now we need to see Patrick Swayze.
Yes. But evil portals and everything, I think, can happen to regular people.
Good ones, though. My mom told me a story, and she definitely was in a portal at some point or a dimension.
Why? What happened?
So she is a licensed massage therapist. She's been going through a spiritual journey, getting to know herself, all these things, getting more connected to the universe, and so she has all these cards and all kinds of things. So she is becoming an end-of-life doula. So she's helping people transition right before they pass away. She's helping their family, become comfortable with the situation, your loved ones passing away, whatever. Not to say whatever. And, peacefully have this person pass over. So because she's getting so in tune with, people's souls and all of that, she is, reaching a higher version that not an everyday person can unlock. Mm-hmm. That takes a lot of training. It takes a lot of, education, all of that. And so one night, she tells me, she had some weird feeling or whatever, and I don't know all the details. I'm kind of a little fuzzy on all of it. But she was talking to her spirit guides, and she wakes up one day and she has this scratch all along the circumference of her thigh. It is a perfect squiggled scratch all the way around. She's looking at it and she's like, how did I get this? I didn't scratch myself perfectly. It's a perfect thing. Absolutely crazy. She said some other stuff to me, and I'm just like, you obviously were in another, like, portal or dimension that you got out of, and that's how that, like, got on your leg. Like, you didn't scratch yourself perfectly in your sleep. Like, who does that? That doesn't happen. And it's all the way along her, like, leg, whatever. So, but she talked to her friends who she knows very well that are, averse with all of these things. And she knows that she was somehow in this space in her sleep, of course. She was not awake when this was happening, which would go to the sleep paralysis, but not maybe on the same level, but enough that she didn't know that she was in this other dimension, but when she wakes up and then is realizing certain things. So that's weird shit.
We have to talk to her one day.
Yeah, she definitely is someone we should have as
yes.
A guest, because she can talk to us about a lot of things. But it just blew my mind. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how do you explain that? Like,
and that's
what
demonic.
other way is to explain that?
That's demonic stuff.
Well, she says, I believe it was a good spirit that did this. They were probably just leaving a mark on her to let her know that they were there, like
what? Oh, okay. Army Hammer. Okay.
They were there, and she wants to talk to them or go there again. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, I would like to talk to her about that again, maybe in more depth, and see.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to her about that, because I wanna see how she feels about sleep paralysis,
spirits,
but also end of
ghosts.
Life and death and everything.
Yeah, she's very, and I personally, I feel like I'm very comfortable with all of it. I've never been like, oh, ew, death or whatever, or ghosts or spirits. Like, there are people who are afraid of ghosts or afraid of, like, certain things, or they have these preconceived notions, and it's what we see on TV, and it's what, like, there's definitely good and bad to it all. It's just, like, knowing, just knowing the right stuff, you know? Not being misled by, information that's not right. But of course, everyone has different experiences. Not every experience is alike, but you will find similarities in all of them. And I've seen a ghost personally. And
you have?
I have.
I don't know about this.
My family is very, like, a lot of my family members have seen ghost spirits. So I feel like, it's maybe something that's, hereditary, that we all have, like, these little things, that we don't realize. And if you want to, learn more about it and get more into it, you can, or you could just say, oh, that was a one weird thing, like, oh, I saw a ghost, Yeah. But I don't know. It's weird. So I was in England on a trip in high school. And, we went on a ghost tour. I will say we did go on a ghost tour. But
it attached itself to you.
You would think why that was fake or something. It was not fake, because we went underground in this, like, tunnel. I don't know all the details. It was so, like, long ago, aging myself. But we were underground. Everybody spread out. And, like, the guy's telling us all this information, whatever. He was like, some of you may see ghosts, some of you may not. And so I'm, like, walking. I kind of go off by myself, see how it is. And I see, like, this, how do I describe it? It was, like, not straight up ghost. Like, it looks like the typical ghost we all see. But it was definitely, like, a white outline, sort of faded. And, like, it was insane. I was like, oh my God. But, like, some people I talked to that I was on the trip with did not see anything at all. So, I think it's also the ghost can also want to show itself to you, which is why I feel like some people do see ghosts and some do not. It's like a two-way communication, I feel like. Do you think?
No, definitely. It has to definitely want to show itself to you, or you have some kind of ability to
abilities,
have access to that energy, I guess, in a different way that some people may not have, and I think a lot of people don't have.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's weird.
It's crazy.
I think I'm susceptible. You're definitely susceptible if you can see a ghost and have experienced that.
Yeah,
and it's crazy.
it's wild.
I want to see a ghost. I just want to see a ghost so bad, like really see one or something just like strange, because I think it would complete everything for me. There's a lot of stuff out there.
Of all the weird shit.
So there's weird stuff out there.
Ghost.
There's ghosts, there's aliens, right? And then we have to get into sleep paralysis. And then there's also freaking monsters, not just like Bigfoot and everything or like the Yeti, but like sewer monsters. What do they call it? Like incubi, succubi, whatever they call them. And just all these different things like night walkers. There's a lot of weird stuff out there on Earth. That like people see, or people go missing.
Oh my God.
I don't know, like Stranger Things kind of stuff, and that stuff actually happens. And that place is actually located in New York, by the way. I think let's fact check that somewhere. But I feel like I'm pretty sure it's located somewhere in a location like that, rural New York, like by woods and everything. And it's a real place, and they like lock that place up. It's like now a government location.
Really?
And they have soldiers watching the barriers. Yeah, Stranger Things is based off a real story.
Oh my God.
So
I did not know that.
It's a lot of weird stuff out there.
There's a lot of weird shit.
I want to talk about sleep
and
paralysis.
They always try to keep it undercover. Like how many you can search so much, but like they try to keep some stuff like out of the public eye, right?
They keep everything out of the public eye. What are you talking about? People can't handle all the weird stuff out there, like different portals. They don't want you to meditate. They don't want you to like take psychedelics, because it opens different things.
Yeah, it definitely opens different things. You also have to be like strong enough to do it. Some people couldn't handle it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, fuck, bro.
I don't know. I think everyone should do it. I think everyone should do psychedelics, especially if you're scared of death, but that's another topic. And I think everyone should,
for a lot of reasons.
You see ghosts, or really get into the research of aliens and look into sleep paralysis, is where we'll get to next.
Yeah.
Okay. I looked at him, I was like, what? Because I want to talk about that, and there's a lot of strange things going on that we don't have answers to, that maybe you guys have more answers to. So let us know, please. Have you seen a ghost? Like, what the hell? What's going on over here?
Have you been to another dimension, a portal?
Things?
That could also go back with the missing time thing. Like, you went through a portal and dimension. And,
Are you a time traveler?
You came back and there was like no time. Like, what?
Happy episode 1. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for
so
being my friend.
Golden girls.
I know.
In the background.
I know. We're golden and we're girls.
We will be that age and still talking about these kinds of stories.
Maybe even more. I hope more. But Kelcee, I really want to get into a little bit talk about sleep paralysis, and then I want to get into the monster.
Oh
no! This is the highlight. This is the highlight, I think, of the night. So I want to get into it last, because there's a lot of weird stuff happening on Earth and in space, and I just want to know if people have experienced the same things. I need to know.
Yeah,
and
sure.
just. There's a lot of weird stuff out there that, it's not just like normal, we're human beings and there's aliens. Like, there's other stuff out there, like leprechauns, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there. So you got to let us know what you want to hear more of. And we'll talk more in depth about it and about our experiences and hopefully your experiences as well.
Yes, for sure.
But right now, let's get into...
Start a chat room.
Yeah.
All be friends.
Yes.
Go on trips together.
Maybe not.
Just kidding.
Less. Yeah.
Maybe.
No.
We'll see.
You can. I'm not. But okay, so let's get into sleep paralysis a little bit, because it's a big topic, and I think that's a whole nother section alone. But it's like an evil. For me, I've said this before to you. It's like an evil portal to me.
Yes. I think there's some evil components, definitely, with the sleep paralysis. But I won't say it's completely an evil thing. I would like to think is not completely evil.
I don't know. You know.
If again, like we'd have to look more into this because we've both experienced it. We are a part of the less than 8% that has experienced sleep paralysis. Continue
So we're rare.
to experience sleep paralysis. We're not one time. We've had multiple experiences.
Many experiences.
So it's absolutely insane that I met you and you completely understood right away when I brought it up. Because I have not met anyone else that has experienced it. Because when I've told people about it, they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, like, you feel crazy when having gone through this. It's just like, what's happening. And I want to, we have so many different experiences that this is a whole nother episode, but just like,
Yeah.
I want to hear like your worst experience. I'll tell you my worst experience because I feel like some people get it worse. They get it worse than others, and I'm one of those people. And it already being like part of the small 8% group that it happens to, it means something. I just mean, again, being more susceptible to like experiences like that. Just what does it all mean? We're susceptible. We could be abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
It's not just sleep paralysis anymore. It's like everything.
So many things that can happen.
I know. We could see night crawlers. We could see anything.
We have unlocked this other realm.
The Men in Black. I don't know.
Earth.
I don't know. Anyway, so go ahead with
Men in
yours.
Black.
Please tell me what you've experienced because like a lot of people experience
Men in Black.
a lot of people experience the same stuff with sleep paralysis, and I want to know what you have.
Oh my god. So, well, I don't want to get it all. We're going to talk about it another time. Like, literally, I feel like we could really
But
go.
do a quick like summary. Like, describe it in 5 words. Or
good
10.
one. I like it. How would
5
I describe sleep paralysis in 5 words? Scary. I'd say... just say interesting, just as an afterthought about how I feel about it. It's an interesting thing that can happen to you. Another word I'd say for sleep paralysis is
Nightmare. I'm gonna finish it
I
off for
said
you.
scary,
What the fuck?
but I wanted to have one positive,
Positive? What is positive about sleep paralysis?
It's not complete.
Well, okay, what is one positive word you would say about
could
sleep
you not
paralysis?
say that, like, when you're in the sleep paralysis state, over all of the events that you've experienced, that like maybe you've found something from it that you can take, that you can change in your own life when you are awake? I don't know.
No, definitely not. The
There's
only thing I
nothing
found,
good.
the only thing good I found from sleep paralysis was that I fought them. I fought back. And I made sure that they never came back.
How does that feel though on Earth? Like being in your body, doesn't that show you should fight back against people that are doing things to you? I feel like that's a lesson learned. Like I should stand up and fight back to these people who are doing X, Y, Z.
I don't think you've experienced sleep paralysis.
You make it a positive thing. You can always turn it into a positive.
I think you've experienced sleep paralysis at like in a very low state where it's just like, oh, I can't move. Oh, I'm looking around. My eyes are open and I can't move and I think I'm screaming. No. But like, I don't know. I think sleep paralysis is a whole deeper thing than that. I think it's like, it's not good.
No,
it's like I don't know.
It's a
So
good thing.
I don't know. Let me tell you, like I get it pretty bad, and it's almost like entering a different dimension in a way. It can really suck you out of reality.
I mean, you're definitely not even in reality.
Like some people,
they
think some people see shadow people, which I've seen shadow people. Have you seen shadow people?
Shadow people?
Yeah,
I watched something about shadow people, and it freaked me out.
And that's why I don't think you got that.
What the fuck? Where did I even see that? Now
that's sleep paralysis.
No,
shadow people.
I saw.
Yes, it is.
I watched like a show or a movie about people in sleep.
I'm so passionate.
Not sleep paralysis with the shadow people. And now I need to we need to circle back on this another time.
I know it's a whole other thing.
So that
please.
I can give more information because I'm not remembering the title of the show. But it was creepy as fuck, and I was like, oh my god, I really hope I never encounter this because No, like no, thank you.
Well, you're susceptible.
It's scary.
So.
I am
It
susceptible.
is scary.
Oh
It is
my
scary.
God.
They tried to come for me the other day because I think this episode was
The
coming
shadow
up.
people?
The shadow people
Oh,
and sleep
fuck
paralysis.
that.
I hadn't gotten it in years, and I knew I kind of felt like I've been closing my door and like locking everything, and I have a whole thing about mirrors, keeping like I have a slide like I have a sliding door that's a mirror, and I don't keep the door fully closed because it becomes then a portal, especially between 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. It's like really like demons and a whole thing they can get through.
So
They
are
can
you
go
scared
through
of
mirrors.
the monsters under the bed? Are you scared? Like, I can definitely be on that same wavelength.
I don't know.
that
Definitely
you're
monsters
saying.
exist. Definitely monsters exist because we go back to the monster.
Like, you have a certain way of keeping things because you don't want something entering in. I definitely
Yes.
do certain
Like you don't
things
want to.
that I'm like,
Mirrors do that. That's why I love mirrors, but I don't keep them in my room because I actually have one mirror in my room, but that's besides the point. Because at a certain time they become portals. That's a whole
what
nother
about
thing.
dolls?
Tell me, and I haven't
I
experienced
had to take
that.
certain dolls out of my room
Yeah, I don't
because
like
I was like,
dolls.
that's creepy,
I have dolls over
and
here.
I'm scared. Like,
I know.
what?
Don't keep them in your
yeah,
Be
no.
careful where you get your dolls from. That's all we have to say. Don't get them
Hopefully
from like
they're not
Mexican countries.
possessed.
No offense, or like any Spanish country in general. Like I'm just saying, like sometimes it's like weird. Sometimes they use real hair and stuff.
Right. You just don't want anything in your house that's like possessed by something.
Right.
That's just
And that's
no
what I think.
bueno.
Like sleep paralysis is a whole nother thing. Please, like, let us know if you want us to talk more about it and our stories,
we
because I
definitely
think
have a lot
that
to
could be
say.
a whole nother topic of what we each experienced. And so let us know.
May share your
Shit's weird.
your brief story. We could definitely share it.
Yeah.
Out of the submissions we receive,
Yes. And I'll tell you more in depth of what I've gone through because I think it's a deeper level of sleep paralysis than most people have experienced. It's definitely strange, and it's related to being in a coma, and it's a lot of things.
There's
So
less than 8% of us. Of course, it's ranging. Everyone has different experiences, but
yeah,
we would love
maybe it's
to talk
more.
more about it.
Maybe it's more people. They just
Yeah,
not,
I mean, those are just of the
they're
people
scared.
they surveyed. Right, exactly. They could have
Anyways.
never shared their experience.
Okay, so that is happening on Earth to people, human beings. But the one thing I want to get to is the monster. I do. I've experienced something when I was a kid, and I just don't know. I can't find it anywhere on the internet. I just want to know if has anyone ever seen this or experienced this, and I just want to know. Like, it's more than just aliens and ghosts and everything. I mean, there's things out there that we can't explain that you can't call alien or ghost. But it's something else. Like, like how we were saying.
So what do you mean by the monsters? Please,
It's just
please
singular.
share some more.
It's singular. It's one
just
monster.
one monster. Oh, well,
Just one
okay.
monster.
What about
So-
those that experience more than one?
Oh man, that's then again,
That sucks.
susceptible again.
That
That
sucks.
sucks.
You got more
Stranger
than
Things
one?
stuff,
Shit, no.
No, it is. It's a real.
Let's-
It's a real thing, and I don't know anyone who's experienced this, and I'm kind of a little bit embarrassed talking about it.
Don't be embarrassed. Because
But,
this is an open space
my
where there's
sisters
no
know.
judgment.
My sisters know, my family, my mom and dad know, but no one else knows. So,
Okay.
and I just want to know what this is. Can anyone answer anything for me, and what it means? I don't know anything. So, okay. When I was really young, I was 5 years old. My dad was giving me and my sisters a bath, and one by one, the bath was over. One by one, he took us out and was getting us dressed, and so I was the last one to get out. And he took my sister out and was getting her ready, and it just seemed like a long time for whatever reason that I was there. And I'm vulnerable. Like I'm a little kid, 5 years old. I'm like, not obviously dressed in a bath. So I'm vulnerable. I'm already in a vulnerable state. I'm like kind of a little cold because I'm wet. But I don't know what happened. I was just kind of standing there and looking at the faucet of the bathtub. That, by the way, my parents still live in this house. I was looking at the faucet of the bathtub, and I could hear like kind of this metal clanking sound, and like kind of like as if pipes were like making noise for whatever reason. And I'm just like, what is that? I'm a kid. I don't know what's going on. And I just hear, these noise, like pipe noise. That's how I can describe it. And all of a sudden I'm just staring at the faucet, and what what looks like Play-Doh, like brown green Play-Doh coming out of the faucet. I'm just like, what is that?
The faucet of the bathtub
The
you were
faucet
just in.
I'm in, it's like drained of water.
Oh my God.
And I'm looking at it, and this like green brown Play-Doh-y looking thing like starts like wiggling its way out. Just like starts wiggling its way out, and just, you know, eventually it comes out enough that it faces me, and I could see like two eyes, I guess like a nose and mouth, but not really distinct at all. And just like, you know, look at me, and like with its two eyes, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I looking at? I have no idea what I'm looking at. And I'm just like, for a minute, I'm just like, I don't know, like I'm really just like speechless, like what is happening? And so then I come to, and just like it starts screaming like bloody murder.
Oh my goodness.
And this thing, I'm just looking at it, and for some reason I have like a mental, like it wasn't speaking, but it had like a mental thing, and it was like, you know, I'll come back, you know.
What?
I'll come back, you know.
While
and
you're waiting for your
while
dad
I'm waiting
to come
for
back
my
to the
dad, I'm
bathroom.
screaming. My dad starts coming in, and it's like moving its way back into the faucet now at this point. And it's like I'm screaming and looking at the faucet. Of course, my dad can't see it because he's coming from like this, you know, towards me. He can't see the faucet.
Oh
And by the time he
goodness.
gets to me, I'm just crying, and I'm just
Like you're fucking 5 years old and this is happening to you.
and it's gone. And I'm pointing at the faucet. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I'm just like just screaming and crying, pointing at the faucet. He's like, what's happening? What's happening? He doesn't know what's happening. I don't know what the fuck I saw. I just keep pointing at the faucet, and he picks me up. I'm like, you can't control me. Like
Oh my goodness.
I'm inconsolable of, you know, just completely. I have no idea what I saw. It's clear as day. Like even to this day, like I know what I saw.
Oh my God.
I know what I saw. Like I heard it. Like
Are you
clank-
still scared?
Fuck yeah!
of
Sometimes
this
I'm in the
monster
shower,
you
and
saw?
I'm in the shower sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah.
I look around. I'm just like,
Please don't come back. You said you're coming back. Please don't.
okay. Like I felt like I was gonna come back when I was younger, but again, it was like a non-verbal communication. It was just like, "I'll come back," but now that time has passed, maybe. But I don't know. But I still get scared. I still get scared. I take baths, but like, I don't know. Sometimes I close my eyes, and when I feel like I don't want to open them, I'm like, I'm not gonna open them right now. I'm not opening them right now.
OMG.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's weird.
but
Like
everyone
I don't
missed
know
it.
what I
You're the
saw.
only one that saw it.
And I look Google this information, and I'm just like sewer monsters or like Play-Doh looking monster, and there's nothing.
Wow.
There's nothing.
So if anyone out there listening,
What, like, I don't know what I
have you ever
experienced.
experienced
I was
anything
really young.
similar to this?
And I think kids
Because-
are really susceptible. I think they can experience. I think
Seriously.
they can see ghosts, or like they were born, like they're reborn again from someone else who just
Yeah,
died or
for
something.
sure,
Like,
man.
kids are really susceptible to things that I think as older, when you get older, you just don't feel that or
Right.
see it,
Or you
or-
just also now being older, I just feel like I think about things in retrospect. I'm like, like, I think it's like your powers get stronger or whatever, the more you're aware of everything. And like you said, meditating, all of that. Also just talking to other people who may have experienced anything similar to what you've experienced, like can help you understand a little better. Obviously, educating yourself is always key. You can't also believe everything you see on the internet. We both know that.
Yeah, which sucks
you
because I wish
know.
you could. I wish like when
Right. I
sometimes
mean,
you
like,
see
of
something.
course, there's fiction and nonfiction stories, So, what we see on, TV and film, some of that is based on probably things that we've all, seen in local news stories, etc., even all over the world. I mean, it's not even like, these are just central things only happening in the U.S. There's stories of things happening all over the world. So, obviously,
Weird
it can't
things.
be... Right. It's fucking weird shit.
Like,
It's,
can't
like,
explain
not
them.
explainable.
What do you-
Like, it's not... It's not fake, More than
Something's
one person
going on,
experiencing
yeah.
it. And it's like a large umbrella. We're all getting our own version.
Something's going on, and somebody knows what's happening and can explain a lot more.
Yeah.
For sure.
I wish they would.
Yeah, like
I want to know more.
there's more than just humans, you know. There's like something else out there.
They're walking among us.
And they are walking amongst us.
They are walking among us. I'd rather not see the one that you saw.
I mean, they're out there. They're
me.
out there. There's spirits, there's ghosts, there's demons, there's, you know, I don't know. I don't know.
Things that we don't even know.
We don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So we just want to know what you know, and then we need to figure this stuff out.
What do you know? What have you experienced? You know, we like talking about this shit, so please share.
Let us know.
Yeah, deep nothing.
So that's what I've experienced.
Well,
I just like literally ate my mic before.
That's good to know.
I just ate it. No, but there's a lot of weird stuff out there on Earth, and a lot of things people have experienced. I mean, I know we both have experienced many different things. It's just more than what we've talked about today,
Or even just one-on-one with each other or with friends, you know. There's so many things you experience, and, you know,
we need to talk to each other more, you know. Just everyone needs to talk to each other more and be like, hey, this happened to me. Did this happen to you? Or have you heard anything?
Right. And hopefully you can have that person in your life you can just, like, reach out to and share this, like, because it can be kind of weird, again, because the way I feel like society can be, and media or whatever, or, you know, your upbringing, you can think, oh, this is weird. I don't want to share this with someone.
You don't want people to think you're crazy.
Right.
Know? It's like, oh, wait, maybe let me not say anything because it's
like,
so
I should
weird.
just keep this to myself. We like to say this is an open space. That's how our friendship has started. It's just like right off the bat, you know, like we're pretty open with each other, which I don't find myself doing right off the bat with someone. But like Karla and I connected, and I'm thankful I can share these experiences that we deem to be weird and other people may find weird, or
we love talking
about it. But I know I can talk to her about literally anything, you know, like
she could tell me anything and I would, you know,
yeah.
As long as it didn't affect me, I would, keep that secret to my grave, or talk to you about it and tell you what I know, and not even judge you. I'd be like, whatever. Okay.
Right. Like, I'm not going to say, like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you can tell me, and I'm like, oh, wow, that's so interesting. Let's research it. Let's see if we can talk to other people. And now we're talking about this now, you know, more publicly, and, you know, hopefully we can all come to some sort of space and place where we're, you know, hopefully finding you to educate yourself on things, find someone you can talk to about these weird fucking experiences you've encountered in your life, you know, that you can share with someone so that you're not just stuck with it by yourself.
Because sometimes these things can lead to depression or anything, any kind of like mental illness, because you think, oh my God, I'm crazy, this thing happened to me. Right. And it's like, you're actually not crazy. It's more common than you think, maybe. And even though it seems like supernatural, paranormal, weird, unexplainable, you know, other people, I'm sure, have experienced this. Right. We cannot be the only one, and this world is so much bigger than ourselves. Mm-hmm. So, like, we want to know what happened to you. What happened? What defined you? And especially something that's unexplainable. What is that? Yeah. I know we all have it, or at least, you know, some people have it, and you know, what does that mean? Like, what are we even in this world?
What's going on?
What's happening in the universe?
What? Are we here? Like,
is this even real? Is this the Matrix? Like, what
I think we missed time today. We've actually only been recording for like 5 minutes.
We truly believe if we didn't speak our affirmations, this day wouldn't happen.
Yes.
That happened right before. Yeah,
we
a lot of, you know,
are in sync, and we appreciate you guys all listening and being open and diving into deep nothings with us, opening up your mind, opening up your brain,
opening up yourselves,
opening up yourself, your soul, you know, let's think about these things. Like,
Yeah.
let's not stand back and in fear of these things. Let's dive in and see what we can find out, you know?
You know, speak from the heart, speak your truth, and let us know. Like, I know these things might seem odd or strange, or like, oh, no one wants to talk about that, or you know, am I strange for wanting to speak about a certain topic, and like it may seem dark or may seem weird, strange, whatever it is. You know, it's just like as long as you're in a safe space, an open space, and open to listening. You know, that's what we are, and we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, like
Yes.
different things, you know, not just like weird shit that's happened in our lives or things that we know. A lot of different things that I'm sure you've had with your friends and family, and maybe family, mostly friends.
Yeah.
And
Or one chance in acquaintance
Or even just
encounters.
now, yeah.
You could have fucking met someone in a bar and had like a deep ass conversation.
Oh,
And
yeah.
been like, man, I wonder how that person's doing. But we talked about like the craziest shit I would have never talked about with someone else. Please share that story. It doesn't even have to be someone you've known for years, you know? But you guys you found that person you could share that story with, or you know, whatever. Let us know, because we are supportive of that, and we find this to be
I'll believe you.
an open space. Yes.
I'll believe you.
We believe your stories. We do not find them to be crazy.
You're not crazy.
Like, we talk about things that are way out there, you know? We are not saying it's out.
And way in there.
Yeah, and way
out
in
there and way in there. You know, we talk about all of it. Let's talk about all of it. And we want to talk about it with you. And
Yes.
our experiences can be mutual. So
They can be mutual.
let's connect, please.
We will definitely be talking to you guys. Follow us on Instagram. Follow our YouTube.
Twitter.
We're on all streaming platforms with our podcast.
Yes.
iTunes, Spotify.
If you like us, leave a comment and review. If you don't like us, also do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care.
Yeah, let
Whatever.
us know.
Just let us know. Are we good? Are we
can
bad? Are we
improve?
strange?
Like, definitely.
Because we're new at
There's
this.
room for improvement.
I know. So, on that note, thank you, Kelcee, again. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who is on crew over here.
Yes, I was going to
because-
say we have to shout out the amazing crew helping us make this possible.
I know. Episode 1 it's happening. It's happened. It's about to be past tense right now. And
Weird shit.
my gosh,
Deep nothings.
a lot of
with
weird
Kelcee
shit
and
happened.
Karla.
I know. Deep nothings with Kelcee and
Shout out to our audio engineer, Jerry Galvez.
Jerry.
And
Darryl Sampson, videographer and editor. Thank you so much. This episode would not happen without you. So really, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, I'm sure you know it wouldn't happen. So thank you so much. And
teamwork makes the dream work. Remember that out there.
We did it. We did a damn thing. Chelsea,
And,
Charles. I called you Chelsea.
To
Kelcee.
our lovely spirits that are here.
Charles. I know. Thank
Cheers to you.
you. Cheers.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening.
Please do not forget to email us at deepnothingspodcast@gmail.com with your questions.
To like and subscribe down below. We will see you all next time on Deep Nothings with Kelcee and Karla.
Cheers, everyone.